Hello, and welcome to this collective and timeless reading. This is Eastar Tarot, and today I'm going to be asking our guides and ancestors and angels I had the question and then I forgot. Oh, what truth? Yeah. What truth are you facing now? What truth is being brought to your attention that is something you need to face to move forward on your next path? Oh. Concentration. Oh my gosh, 31. 31's a special number to me, but maybe it's a special number to you as well. A 3 and 1 make a 4, and that's a very stable and protective number. There's a lot of things in the world that follow the number 4, right? 4 elements, 4 seasons, 4 directions. I think of the Indian medicine wheel, the 4 colors. Yeah, and owls, wisdom, right? Dharana, I think is how you say that. Yeah, concentration, focus. You're trying to focus in on what really matters to you. And what really matters to you is the truth that you're facing. Because I think before this, you've been focused on other things, maybe things that weren't, you thought were important, but weren't exactly what you're supposed to be focusing on. Yeah. There was something else you were trying to make happen, there's many things you were trying to make happen, but there's like a certain particular thing that you've got to concentrate on. Yeah. The truth is that you're not keeping your concentration on the thing that's most important to you. That's the truth. Yeah. It's funny, we got the owl and then we have our little bird guardian here. I think of them as little guardians. I have a little bear as well. But yeah, brought this today, and then I brought a desert rose. I actually thought this was a type of quartz before, but I looked it up before the reading, and it's actually a type of selenite, which makes sense. The way the striations make me think of selenite. It's such a nice stone, nice texture too. And desert rose makes me think of like thriving in a harsh environment. So maybe you were trying to thrive in the wrong environment or a harsh environment, and you've made yourself become a rose of something beautiful through like that struggle. But now there's the truth is you've got to focus on what matters to you most. Ooh, the tiger. Victorious breath. 20. I'll try to say it. Ujjayi pranayama. Ujjayi. Interesting. Do tigers mean something to you? He's really capturing me with his gaze. Are you afraid of success? Is that something that you need to face right now? Because maybe that's why you're getting distracted. Dedication to Supreme. Yeah. Okay. So, got some interesting... They're all animal cards, too. This isn't an animal deck. It just, you got all animals, which is very interesting. That tells me that the animals are being guides for you right now. So make sure you're spending time in nature so that they can appear to you to bring a message to you, right? These are all animals you wouldn't really see commonly, right? A tiger, an otter, and an owl. They're all pretty secretive or just not common, but maybe where you live, they are. So maybe these have some significance to you. I have seen an otter in real life, and they're really cool. But never a tiger or an owl. I'm still hoping for an owl. I really want to see an owl. Actually, I have seen an owl, but it was just the silhouette. So I didn't get to see the full owl. But maybe you will someday. There's something about that, yeah, seeing the full truth as well. You've only seen the silhouette. You've seen a shadow of the truth, but you haven't quite seen the whole picture, seen the tiger in the woods. I want to look at victorious breath because I've never gotten that before. Victorious breath. I wonder what that means, because pranayama is all breath work, right? So all these have to do with breathing techniques. And I think of a tiger, maybe it's like kind of a roaring breath. Let's see here. The qualities of this card are openness and self-remembrance. Okay. You know, a tiger, you know, it's a big cat. It's one of the big cat families. So maybe this could be to do with Lyra, if that's something that resonates with you. Lyra was a planet that got destroyed, you know, in galactic wars, and a lot of us have Lyran souls, and a lot of dark things happen there, and some of us haven't processed that fully. And that's why we're here. We're here in these human bodies, these living human lives, because we're processing out things we lived in many other lives as well. This is a place where we can do it. So the self-remembrance could be about that, like who you are on a soul level could be part of what's coming through. And the owl, I think, a wisdom third eye. So this could be about really tapping into your gifts, your psychic abilities to see that. And then we have the otter praying, dedication to Supreme, Ishvara Pranidhana. So you got to have a bit of surrender to this, right? And be in meditation and prayer will help you with that. Dedicate the time to concentrating on this. Yeah, don't fill up your day so much that you are forgetting to have time for stillness, because these messages need to get into you. They need to come to you in moments of quiet. And sometimes it takes a while. Sometimes it takes an hour or two of just quiet. And not a lot of us can find the time for that. So it takes dedication. Dedication to Supreme, right? So, I'm going to read the tiger one. This confident tiger symbolizes the strength and stamina of Ujjayi Pranayama. It helps to draw your awareness inward through texture and sound at the base of your throat. This breath also helps relieve stress, regulate blood pressure, and can be used at any time. And I'm going to read the instructions even also because I feel guided to do that. With your mouth open, try exhaling in a way similar to the sound you make when you're fogging up a mirror. So, that breath. Continue the sound with a slight constriction around your throat while breathing through your nose. Notice the texture of this breath at the base of your throat. So this could have a lot to do with your throat chakra as well. Maybe there's something stuck in there that this breath work could help with. And be grounded while you do it as well. So this is bringing awareness to your breath, but also yourself. Your self-awareness is coming in through this. Especially use it when you feel tense. Maybe if you have trouble relaxing and being quiet, like your thoughts start running a mile a minute, even when you get quiet, so you don't meditate for that reason. Try doing this breath work while you're doing that in order to help you concentrate, right? Yeah. Affirmation is inhale, here, think here, and then exhale, now. I am here now. Yeah, you've got to learn to be in the moment with this. You've got to learn to, and if you are already doing this, that's great. I think it's just confirmation that you should keep doing that and put more time into it. Put more of your concentration into that work. Yeah, and like, you know, the dedication to Supreme can be about selflessness. So be selfless with yourself as well. Like if you feel like you can't take that time, take the time anyway. Why can't you? And the affirmation with this is, I go with the flow of life. I can even put up a sail to harness the wind. So whatever situation you're in, that maybe you feel like you can't do these things, find ways to make it work to your advantages. Maybe you have a break time at work and you could use that time. There's somewhere in your life where you could make this time, is what I'm hearing. And that you just haven't realized that you could. But if you do, and if you do, you'll have a victory. It will be worth your while to do that, to commit the time. Yeah, big time. I think you could really benefit from that, because there's going to be messages brought in for you. The truth is something really mind-blowing, I think. Like it could be past life, could be something that happened to you in childhood, something you've forgotten, but it's still within you, so you haven't really forgotten it. It's just you just have to call upon it, and you need the quiet to do that. You need quiet time. Don't fill your life up with tasks to the point that you're not thinking, you're not quiet with your thoughts anymore. Doing nothing is valuable. Just sitting and doing nothing is valuable. Don't let society and the world we live in convince you that you have to constantly be doing something, because you don't. Can we get some cards maybe? Or actually, I'm just going to shuffle and let it come out. Can't be too directive sometimes. Oh, bramble. And there's a red thread. Threads have been coming out a lot lately. Or just in the reading, in funny ways, threads keep coming up. Ropes. I think of like the red thread as like a line of ancestry. And the red is so red, it's like blood. So your bloodline. Yeah, your bloodline. 4-4. Angel number. Whoa. Okay, so your bloodline might be part of why there's angelic energy around you, or you are angelic energy. Like you might be an earth angel. I don't know if that's something that resonates with you. Got all stumbly with my words. Something about that got me all tongue twisted. And you're also purifying your bloodline as well, because you're like the bouquet of flowers in amongst this knot. You're purifying something in your bloodline by doing this, by remembering. And there's something about angels guiding you with this 4-4 number here. Maybe you are 44, but there's something special about that. Your birth was destined, I'm hearing. It's your destiny to remember and to purify the bloodline. And the flowers are so white, they're like pure. That's what the purity is, why I'm thinking purify. But also I think like bramble, like getting lost in the brambles, right? So you've gone through a tough, like you didn't go down the easy path. You went straight through the bushes, which was tough. That's where the work had to be done. Oh my, hops. Like beer, hops, beer. So I thought of first. 26 hops. But I also think hop, like hopping, like leaping. You're quantum leaping. You're like, whoa, you are because you're doing this, and you're actually changing your whole bloodline destiny, because wow, because you're like, sorry, my nose is feeling funny. You And the white here too, like this is like the white, you had the white flower and then the white like fruit. And you make beer from that. So like, and for some reason instead of beer, I'm thinking ambrosia. And so you, wait, let me listen for a sec here. You're bringing success to this bloodline. Like you're purifying the bloodline to the extent that all that follow and all that followed before you have upgraded and purified themselves. Because maybe there was like a curse going on here, or like hold on. My ears are a little blocked. I'm feeling like a weird feeling right now. Interesting. The Romans call the hops a wolf among the willows. Maybe you're a lone wolf. And that is something that has been, before you felt embarrassed or not powerful for being that. You felt shame for being that. But actually, because you went your own way, like, you know, that song, like, you can go your own way. What is it? The Grateful Dead? No, not the Grateful Dead. Gosh, I can't remember right now. You know who I'm talking about. You're going your own way so that, and no ancestor or person living now with you in your family has ever done this, because you're fixing things way back in the timeline. And it talks about how hops is an exploring plant. Like it goes over everything, walls, buildings, any type of environment. And that's like you are an explorer. You are navigating things that have not been done before in your family line. And you're no obstacle can make you stumble. You're victorious. It literally says you are victorious, and we have victorious breath here. Don't let anything slow you down, because you're doing right, even if people say you're doing wrong. Don't listen to them, because you're actually doing something no one has done before. And because you are, there's been so much benefit that's come from it, like beauty and strength to your ancestors. Yeah. It sounds weird because we think of time as linear, but things that happen now affect the past. Time can work backwards as well. And you are affecting time backwards. I'm wording that kind of funny, but like, it sounds weird, but like, do you watch Attack on Titan, or have you watched Attack on Titan? I'm afraid of spoiling it. So if you don't want to be spoiled, just skip a little ahead, like a minute. Because I don't want to spoil that for you. But there's a part where I'll just talk about it vaguely. There's a certain female character that was in the past, and there's a female character in the present, that they're connected in a way. And that female character in the present makes a choice, and it affects that female character in the past. And that's important. So think about that if you know that show and you've watched it and you kind of understood that, because that time, that understanding of time is kind of correct. So that could help you get a picture of what I'm talking about, maybe. Yeah. It's funny because this is like no pitfalls can harm you, but then Bramble talks about pitfalls, right? But it also says you'll be safe from the fallout. So like literally, like whatever's coming your way, and maybe the truth that you're afraid of facing, it's not going to harm you to know it, because you can handle anything, is sort of what these two cards are both saying. They're kind of saying the same thing, which is kind of crazy. That you can handle anything that comes your way is the general message. They just say it in a different way. Yeah, like you... There might be things that happen in the future that seem chaotic, but you can really handle it because of what you're doing, the work you're doing now. Because you can concentrate on what matters. You're connected to the divine, and that's making you this powerful tiger, this victorious being. You're a powerful tiger in your family. And you're healing everything by the work you're doing. It is so amazing. You are amazing. You are. Like, look at what you're doing. No one in your family has done this. Nobody. Nobody has ever gone this far. And like, I do believe we live multiple lifetimes, so we get lots of chances to work on things. But we always have to start from the beginning, go through a veil of forgetfulness, and then relearn everything again and get back to where we were and keep continuing the journey. But you have done so much in this one life that it is astounding. That it's gotten like angelic attention. Like, and you're helping heal the world too, not just your family line. Yeah, that's crazy. Good job. You're killing it. Oh my gosh, 10 of Cups. Yeah, thrive. Remember, like I talked about, you're healing your family and the past and the future. Like, this is like representing of that. Like, I almost think of this as like, it sounds weird to say, but like heaven. Because look at all these cups, they're winged. They're like angels. It's like, this is the spirit world, the afterlife, and this is like the divine afterlife. And everybody that was like on the other side got to upgrade and become healed on the other side because of what you did. And because of that, in your own waking life that you're living now, you're going to experience that as well. Like, because 10 of Cups can also mean like just like a happy, abundant family life. And like, it's like 10 of Pentacles kind of, but 10 of Pentacles is more like legacy and like the material things you leave behind, or like that you create and build. But this is like the emotional side of that. Like that feeling of warmth and abundance in your heart. And look, a 10. Last reading, we got so many 10s, and 10 means like completion, right? It's the end of the cycle. It's the final number. It's when the 1 adds the 0 and becomes something new. Gosh, you did a good job. Really good. Really, really good. And that's all coming in for you because of your resiliency. Like, you... Oh, 2. 4 of Cups and the Moon. Interesting. Yeah, you took the difficult road, right? We were talking about the road through the brambles and how it wasn't an easy path. You went into, like, I always think of death, even though this isn't the death card. Because I think this is like facing the afterlife. You look at you with your teddy bear there. And then here, you've become such a pro. Like, you went almost into the spirit world doing that work, doing that meditation work. Or maybe that's what you're trying to do, and that's what spirit is calling you to do more of. Introspect, withdraw. Those are the 2 words together. See? Introspect and withdraw. So definitely this is calling you to concentrate. Concentrate on that work. Right? Definitely focus on your meditative work, on your spiritual work. even if it takes a lot of hours in your day. It is very important. Very, very important. And someone's here bringing him a cup. So there's more to come. There's more going to come in. And so that's what's going to help you right now, is to take the time to rest and concentrate while this next phase kind of gets going. Yeah. So don't push yourself too hard. And the thing about the meditation is that it'll help you rest. It'll help you get through that. Yeah, the Fool. I just said something new is coming in, right? Because after the 10, we have to go back to 0 again, right? Yeah, kind of like when I was talking about the veil of forgetfulness and when we reincarnate. If that's something you believe. If you don't worry about it. It could even just be talking about the afterlife, if that's something that resonates more. Or just a new chapter of your life now that you're living. But we go back to 0 again because, not that we're going backwards, but we're going into the next stage. You know, when you complete a stage of something, you go to the level 1 of that next stage, right? Or in this case, 0. So there's new possibilities coming in for you. And look how he's like touching the air, and there's like frequencies coming from the air. And there's a butterfly here because he's transformed himself. So now he's tapping into these really amazing energies, these powers. And then there's a bird there with a flower. I feel like that's representing your angels and guides. Like, they have more to come for you. There's more to come for you. And if you rest now, it'll get you there. And I just picked this up and this card was lying down. So that's the card. 9 of Discs. Yeah, look at you all. This card's so happy. Look at you. You're enjoying life. What's coming next is abundance and joy. And if you've been in a place where you have been pushing yourself hard, they want you to get ready to relax. They want you to get ready for this next phase, because you're going to be in a really happy place and you need to be able to receive that, right? But also, there's a lot of possibility. So you got to make sure that you're manifesting the future you want, right? And you're going to know that by thinking about it. Not in a stressful way, but like allowing yourself to imagine. Yeah, imagine the possibilities of what can happen. Thrive within. Because we got thrive and flourish. You need to explore all the possibilities that can happen for you. And believe that many things can happen for you, good things. Yeah. Your angels, guides, and ancestors are bringing in a really great future for you. So, because you've bloomed like this desert rose, you came out of a harsh desert, and now it's abundance. It's all abundance. It's not going to be struggle anymore. If that's been your reality, the struggle is over. There's always going to be challenges, new challenges, right? New ways to upgrade yourself, learn more, find out new things about yourself. But you're really tapping into a whole new side of yourself. And life's going to be a lot easier because you have this strength of self. And you know how to concentrate on what matters. You don't get distracted anymore by lots of things, religion and spirituality. We were talking a bit about that. Yeah. This is a whole new spiritual life for you. And we talked about the butterfly there too, right? So, maybe you're changing your beliefs a bit, actually, because of everything you've learned. Or no, wait, hold on. You just have a new understanding of what you believed. Yeah. And that's going to bring you a whole new power. A whole new power to the world. Forgiveness, yeah. And forgive yourself for if you've been stuck for a long time and you realize you could have done this a lot sooner, don't get down on yourself about that. Really do not do that, because you had to struggle to achieve this. This understanding came through pain and strife and tears. And maybe it's also like forgiving, there was like maybe beliefs that sort of held you back. And maybe just forgiving that, like, not to say that it was okay, but to say, you know, I'm moving on from that. I'm not going to focus on that all the time and make that my story. Because my story is abundance now. My story is healing. My story is all the great things that are coming to me now. You really went through it. But you are victorious. Very victorious. No one can tear you down. You're like the hops. No obstacle stops you. Because you went through brambles. And you're like, I went through the brambles, so this is nothing. Communication is key. New moon in Gemini. So this may involve talking things out with people. But if it's not the case, it could be just talking with your inner self. Talking with part of you. Have faith in your dreams. Yeah. Okay, so I'll actually put these together. Faith in your dreams. Communication is key. I'll just set it right there. Yeah, so there might be an important communication coming in from someone that's going to help you with this thing that's coming in. But I'm getting really with communication. It's like communication with another side. The other side. If this is to do with your spiritual gifts, you know, the concentration, the meditation, the quiet, that's going to help you get really clear on what you're hearing, if you're clairaudient. You know, you hear spiritual messages. But also it's communication with yourself, because Gemini is the twins. So it's like two sides of the self. Two sides, dark and light. One's got eyes closed, one doesn't. The inner and the outer face. Yeah, communicate with yourself first as well. Like, and that comes in with forgiveness, right? Tell yourself that you forgive yourself. I know it might sound silly, but just do that. Maybe you need to hear it. Maybe you need to hear that forgiveness. If you've been blaming yourself or getting down on yourself, like, definitely, sorry, I just need a minute here. Yeah, Forgive yourself for not having faith in your dreams. Because you're learning that now, but you didn't before. And you might have moments where you're frustrated with yourself, like your past self. Because remember, we were talking all about healing the past with your ancestors, but that all includes you. That includes you, your past self, because that's another being as well. That's what Gemini is about, the two faces of the same person. There's another you that you need to also communicate with. The you that was you before. You have to forgive them because, like, you've transformed so much that you're almost a different person. And that can... It's crazy because you had to go through all that to become the you now, but it can make you look back and judge that other self that you were. But don't do that because that person made you. You know, in a strange way, that person made you. So don't judge them. Don't judge yourself. And again, I think back to Attack on Titan. Why does that keep coming up? But yeah, that whole thing about healing that other self, the other female. I'm not sure I'm getting female as well. If you're a guy, I'm sorry, just take it as it applies to you and just switch things around, but like I feel like it is though. I could even be a mother. Like, maybe you're frustrated at your mother, but forgive her anyway. And that doesn't mean, like, let her, do the things that made you upset. It just means let go of that emotion. Let go of that holding on to that anger and that sadness. Because you're ready for something new. You're ready for the next phase. I was gonna grab crystals, but I'm being called to archetypes, so I guess we're doing archetypes. Yeah. Maybe that can give us some clarity on this, because I felt like a lot of different things there, so maybe we need a little more clarity. How can we better forgive? Like, what's... Oh. Just the one. Okay, Venom. Yeah, okay. Don't be venomous to yourself, for one, like your past self, but also there's a lot of toxicity in the past. Darkness, again, we talked about bloodline curse here, or like a could be like generational trauma that could be referring to. But yeah, it's referring to... I'm getting like a narcissistic toxic mother as well from this, so that could be part of it. Yeah. You can take in that poison and let it poison you now, or you can transmute it. Maybe heal it with herbs. Because you became the flower. Kairos. Oh my gosh. That eye, that blue eye. Kairos. What does Kairos mean? Man, it really goes well with that tiger, huh? Because the tiger is really got an intense eye, tense look to it. And then there's that intense eye there in Kairos. Oh my god. Kairos is about mythic time, synchronicity. Like the fact that time is timeless. It's all that goes so well with this reading and everything we've been talking about. Yeah, because the card suggests, I'll just read, the card suggests there is a secondary time continuum that goes beyond any earthly clocks and schedules. Within this non-linear realm, we access divine timing. A single moment ripens with auspiciousness, and our actions change the trajectory of our whole life. Time becomes a living thing that watches over us and tells us precisely when to act and speak. It's about patience and precision. No clock can guide us. Wait for the rush of inner knowing, and not a moment longer. So, you really have affected time. In exactly the way we were talking about. You've healed this venomous, toxic part of your bloodline through time. And it might sound crazy, but it's true. You were like this tiger. You were this powerful being that healed everything. Like your existence now was destiny. It was destiny. It was needed. That's why you came into this life in the first place. You came to heal this. You came to fix all of this. And you did. You did it. Just by healing you. Lithium quartz. My gosh. Wow. 33. Where did we get 33 before? Or did I imagine that? I guess not. But 33, that's a powerful number. That's a master number. That's like, Masonic number. There's a reason it's important. I think Jesus was the life path 33. Not to say you're like Jesus, but, in a weird way, like Jesus came to heal the world, right? Like the whole, like heal the sins of the world to lift everybody up. And you did that for your world, like your bloodline, which is, it's a world in itself. Wow. Wow. Here, I'm just gonna, I think, move things down a bit. Yeah, just to fit everything in here. We're running out of room. Yeah. Wow. This is just like, this is really powerful. I'll try to make it fit. Put these guys to the side. Yeah, remember, actually, I kind of want to put it there with this. Right there. You really did good. And you did it through sacrifice, kind of like Jesus. Again, I'm not calling you Jesus. It's just, and maybe Jesus resonates with you. Maybe it doesn't. Because we have religion, but we have religion and spirituality here. So, again, if you have religious trauma, things like that, it might even be calling you to heal that. So just think about that a bit. But, if anything doesn't resonate with you, it's not for you. So don't ever feel like a reading's telling you to do something you don't want to do. It won't feel that way if it's for you, right? But gosh, lithium quartz. I want to take a look at the book just real quick. I know I'm racking up the time here, but sometimes it takes time. And again, concentration. If it takes time, it takes time. But time is not real in a way, not in the way we think of it. Because a moment can last a lifetime, and a lifetime can happen in a moment. And I'm thinking of that song that guy sings. Oh gosh. I'm really bad at recalling like song names and artists, but it's talks about how the pain turns the minutes to hours. It's a song about it's actually a Canadian song about the ship going down. Oh gosh, I wish I could remember right now. It's not important, but well, maybe it is important, but he's talking about like being in a storm in the ship, and like you can feel like the minutes are hours because there's so much chaos. And that's kind of a good way to think about, well, like time isn't real in the sense that like the time is within us. Our perception of time is what makes it what it is. If that makes sense. So, lithium quartz, harmonious, peacefulness, joyful interconnectedness. And it talks about becoming still. When we become still, it calms the activity in our heads and puts us in touch with our bodies and our spirits. So that goes right along with this reading, right? And you have within you all that you need. You just need to amplify the qualities to bring that joy and fulfillment, but the sense of the calm and the quiet as well. Don't get overstimulated. Yeah. And it's about retraining yourself as well to not get overstimulated by being able to recognize that all is well. Because when we have we've been through a lot, we get an anxious mindset, we can feel anxious even when it's calm. But we got to retrain ourselves to not be that way. And that will happen the more we train ourselves to become and in the moment of concentration. Yeah. Concentrate on your happiness, your joy, and that will bring you a victory. Okay. Whew. Wow. This reading was intense, but I still got more cards to go. Just some more Thoth cards and then we're done. But yeah, this is quite the reading. Quite the reading. You did so much in this one lifetime. And that has helped you and everyone around you and all before you and after you immensely. You're the curse breaker. You're the generational healer. Tower. Yeah. You brought in the tower. But the tower needed to happen. And that's why you succeeded. You faced the tower. You said this has to go down. It's not right. And that was true. You faced the truth. Yeah. Guardian, you're going to go right here, I think, today. Or actually, I'll go with Kairos. Yeah. And your guardians, your ancestors, spirit guides, all of them, the angels, they helped you along. They helped you complete this. Oh, we got 2 cards here. Okay. Ruin 10. 10 of Swords. Yeah. You did this by letting yourself fall into ruin. I know that sounds like crazy, like how is that helping me? But it did. You did the thing that all your ancestors couldn't do, which was to face the pain. Again, 10. Where do we have a 10? Oh yeah, 10 of Cups. You completed the cycle of pain because otherwise it was going to repeat and repeat and repeat. And it had to come to a close. You needed to stop it. And you did. Look, there's a little heart there. You faced the pain in your heart. That was the pain of all your ancestors as well. And that is so powerful. That's more powerful than anything anybody thinks is like an achievement in life. It's way more important. Because this is just like a material life in the 3rd dimension, but there's so much more than that. There's so much more. There's so many more dimensions. And everything affects everything else. So we don't always know how the work we are doing affects everything else. And look, Priestess. You were the High Priestess. In this life. And in previous lives. And you did it again. You did the work again. For you actually, like, you've done the work before and you did it again, even though this time was really, really hard. And you're tired. You've been tired. You've been through it a lot of times. That motorbike, like, that's you, man. You're powerful. Look at you go. Like, I can hear it going on, and it's like, you like rode in like a hero on a motorbike. That sounds strange, but like that's what you did. And because you did that, all will benefit. Look at all these vibrations she's sending out. I don't know if you can see it there, but it's like this geometry that's coming from her outspread hands, and it's rainbowy, and there's this energy around her arms. And it's like a divine mother here. So it's like you brought this nurturing, loving energy to the world by your work. There's a camel there too. It's been a long journey to do this, because I think of long journeys with camels, right? Long journey through the desert. Oh my God. And Desert Rose was the crystal of the day. You went on a long journey through the desert and you crystallized. You became a crystal because of the journey. And I think of like a rose is like the rose is like such a symbol of the divine, like love and mother and the divine feminine. This is powerful. You're powerful. And look at all this abundance below her, the fruit and the crystals. This is like, and she's got an bow here. Like the resting on her lap is like a bow and arrow. Interesting. So you have the power now, and you're ready to shoot your arrow at what is the next step, the next goal. And I think it's just about you having confidence in yourself, and that's the truth of this whole reading. The truth of this reading is that you are an extremely powerful being that has healed so much in this world. And all you have to do is remember and recognize that, and pick up your bow and shoot the arrow at what comes next. Hit your target. And that can be whatever you want it to be. It can be your next, whatever thing you want to do now. It's all yours because you did so much already. You're getting a reward now. Your life is going to be abundant and fulfilled. And you've already given so much to the worlds, that now it's your turn. It's your turn to enjoy it. Enjoy the abundance of the world. Yeah, enjoy your reward. And the reward, honestly, is just like having that power to create whatever you want, anything you want, because you just had to remember who you were. Okay. That's the end of the reading. Gosh, the cards got so messy here, but yeah, whatever. Important thing is that you got the message. I think you did. Time has been a big journey for you. But like, because like as a spirit, you don't necessarily experience time in the same way. So experiencing it in the third dimension is like, woof, that's hard. But you did it. You really did it. So recognize and celebrate yourself for who you are and what you did, because you absolutely deserve it. Yeah. All right, I think I'm going to end the reading there. I was going to wish you luck, but honestly, you don't need luck because you've made your own luck. You've made quite the future for yourself, an abundant future it's all coming in for you now. Everything beautiful is coming towards you because all your ancestors, spirit guides, and angels are so proud of you, and they're going to help you really enjoy the rest of your life. So, yeah. Receive it with grace and live in the joy of it. Yeah. All right. I hope this reading was helpful. If you like my readings, you can subscribe to the channel and like the video, leave a comment, whatever appeals to you. And yeah, we'll talk again soon. All right. Take care.